Hello everyone, welcome to TUTORIEX, and in this video we'll be talking about state and props in React. So what are states and what are props? So both are kind of same concept. Both are used for holding information, holding data inside a component, but they're slightly different, you can say. So the difference is props is used to pass data from parent component to child component, and state is used for handling the internal data of the component. So if there is some data inside a component that can be changed over time, and that you can manage using state. So let's give you an example. Inside the components folder, I'll create a component called parent component dot JSX, and I'll be using this RFC shortcut to create a functional component inside this file. So how you can manage a state inside a component? So React introduced hooks for managing state easily inside a functional component. So what you can do, you can import a state, import this hook called useState, and using this useState you can manage the state inside a component. I already have discussed in this playlist what is updater function in useState. So if you haven't watched that video, go watch it. So that's the concept of state actually. So using useState, let's define this. So count and set count from useState 0. So what useState does, it returns the initial value of the state variable, that is count, and that will be 0 by default, and one function it will return, that is set count, that will be used to change the data of that state variable. So if I render the count here, so we can say count is, and say like count. So let's see the output. I'll import that parent component here, import parent component. I'll just render the parent component. We will see the output, count is 0, right? Count is 0. So how can change that count? We can use a button. It will say one error, JSX expression must have one parent element. So let's wrap this up inside a div, and you'll see there's a button, and on click, that is the button's on click handler. When we click on that button, so what we can do, we can set count to 10. Okay, so we can use this set count function that is returned from useState to increase their count. So when I click on that button, okay, so I haven't given any text, increase by 5. Okay, so let's see, if I click here, it is 10. So initially it is 0, right? And if I click here, it is 10. So that's what the state does. It manages the data internally inside the component. So let's come to props now. Props is short form or properties, kind of like how you pass your variables to a function. So functional component in React is kind of like a function. So let's define it, you will understand it better. Let's define a child component dot JSX, and I'll also use RFC here to render this beautiful component, and I'll take one parameter, that is props. Okay, so props is just a variable that we are passing. So how are we gonna pass that? So let's import here that child inside the parent. Let's import the child component, import the child component from child component, and let's render it here, child component. So I rendered the child component, and I'll pass a prop that, let's say name equals to name will be a string, that will be Arijit. So if I go inside child component and console log this prop, console log props, you will see what it's passed here. So let's check the console. You see the name equals to props, so the props is passed here inside this console log. We can see the output. So what we can do, we can render it also here, like instead of child component, I'll render the name equals to props dot name. So what we did, we just passed the data from parent to child component. That's the work of a prop. That's what we call a props. Instead of writing props dot name and all, I'll remove this props, and we'll directly take the name as the input. So I'll use this curly braces and take the name, so I don't have to write here props.name anymore. I can directly write name. So this is the concept of destructure. So you can see name urges, this is still the same. So that's the concept of prop, and you can also pass a state as a prop inside the child component. So like if I can pass this set count as a prop. Set count is the function that is used to update the value of this state variable, right? And this state variable is inside the parent component, and we are passing this update, that function, that is set count, inside the child component. So we can use this set count function inside the child component. So let's receive this here also, set count, and we can use this, create a button. So let's wrap it inside a fragment. We'll render another button that will be a child button, okay, and on click we will use that. We'll use that set count thing, and we'll increase it to 90. So let's see the output. Here is the child button, and if we press child button, it will set the count to 90. So you saw what is the use of state and props, and we can also pass state as a props. I know it may sound a little bit confusing, but the concepts are very simple. We're just passing a value. So if you see the child component, and this is just passing a value like name and set count, and it is coming as a prop here, and we are just destructuring the prop here as a name and set count because we are passing name and set count. So that is the overall concept of state and props, just managing the data here and there, passing the data as a functional as a variable inside this functional component. So that's it for this video, and if you want me to go on depth of this, what is functional component and why we're using this arrow function here and all the basic stuff, you can comment down below, and you can subscribe to this channel for more concepts on React, web development and stuffs like that. So yeah, and here in this playlist I'm just taking out some random concepts from React and explaining to you. So yeah, so if you want me to explain this any concept in depth, so comment it down. See you on the next video.